By about the age of 11, instead of the brain making more and more connections through genetics and experience, something starts to change. From now on, it's all about energy. Whether we like it or not, we start to specialize. We can't hang on to everything. The brain is now working in an entirely different and specialized way. Synaptic connections are physically being shaved off. It is a necessary process to hone skills. In the late teens and early 20s, the brain is also laying down myelin over connections to improve speed and coordination. This brain remodeling is happening during the adolescent period. It's like a caterpillar remodeling itself inside a chrysalis. Think of it all as a massive construction site. This is where we as teachers can help enormously. In adolescence, here are some of the areas that are beginning to change. The limbic area works with the brainstem to create motivation. The limbic area is responsible for evaluating things. It decides what is important, or good, meaning we want more, or bad, meaning we want less. There are a lot of emotional and physical responses happening as a result of this area of the brain. Adolescents are also beginning to have a richer sense of who they are. Existential questions begin to be asked, and they establish their places of security, which also extends now to their friendships. Adolescents are now starting to turn to friends rather than parents to help in some matters. And this is a natural part of socialization and gaining independence. Meanwhile, in another part of the brain, right at the front, behind our foreheads, the prefrontal cortex, now remember this, it's a very important one. The prefrontal cortex deals with map making, important moral issues and reasoning. This is the part of the brain we need to work with as teachers. The prefrontal cortex receives info from everywhere. Information comes to the prefrontal cortex from the cortex, the limbic area, the brainstem, body, and social world. It coordinates and balances all of this. And it's important to work on this part of the brain. Why? Because it deals with the following: the regulation of the body, coordinating inter- and intrapersonal states, communication, emotional balance, response flexibility, to pause, consider options, and choose the optimal response. The ability to soothe fear and not be driven to act on fear. Insight, self-knowing awareness, mental time travel, things like where have I come from and where would I like to go? The very important empathy and evaluating perspectives. Morality, the idea of we. I have a responsibility to others and the planet. Intuition, the wisdom of the body. The heart and gut brains that send messages up to the head are important to listen to.